Hey Copper Nerds, let's talk about rarity designations and downgrades, because sometimes you buy a new coin and you think it's a Rarity 5 Plus and you go and you count how many in the registry are nicer than yours and how many are worse than yours, and you find out that it can't possibly be the rarity that everyone has it listed as, because more coins are known and tracked than what that rarity would allow. Let's get into it. So I picked up this very rare Sheldon 19a. It was the second to last head of 93 that I was missing. And as you can see, it's heavily corroded. And as you can see, it has a nice portrait on it, really, from every angle. And if you saw the last video about it, it did not have that nice looking portrait at every angle, but that's something we'll talk about later. Rarity 5 Plus is what the Sheldon 19a is typically tracked as. Let's take a look. There we go. Rarity 5 Plus, which means no more than 45 exist. It's 30 something through 45. I'll just show you that right here. Let's take a look in noise at the 19a. That's my 18a, by the way. 19a, Rarity 5 Plus. Well, somebody yesterday, me, discovered that when I went into the registry to count how many of these there were that were nicer, tied, or worse than mine, I came up with a total of 47 that we're tracking, and a Rarity 5 Plus cuts off at 45. So with my discovery yesterday, this is in fact a Rarity 5 coin, not a Rarity 5 Plus coin, and every Sheldon 19a is now a Rarity 5 coin and not a Rarity 5 Plus coin. So look at that. I made a new discovery, and it's concrete. We have provenance records for 47 of this variety, again, making it an R5. This happens fairly regularly. In fact, let me step away for a second and grab a Pennywise. So these were published in a 4-part series, but Ray Medhurst has provided his notes on why 1794 large cent S64 should be a Rarity 4 Plus, not the Rarity 5 that it was being tracked at. Let's just take a look at what he has done for his work there. So he, over the course of a year, is going to show every Sheldon 64 missing fraction bar that he is tracking, and it conclusively proves that it's an R4 Plus at best. I just discovered a new one the other day and sent it to Ray, and he's adding it to his list, and he says we're getting close to being an R4. This was an R5 coin a year ago. For the past year, Ray has spent many an hour on the computer scouring the internet for images of Sheldon 64s, the missing fraction bar variety. The Rarity 5 minus rating is what it was commonly agreed to be. R5 minus, okay. I'm back, I'm tracking. So it was downgraded from an R5 minus to an R4 Plus based on Ray's research, and it's about to drop again, likely to R4. So one thing that collectors in early copper do is they pay attention to the rarity designations, and when they discover that one is actually more common than had been previously stated, we do updates. So the 1794 largesense.com rarity scale for the Sheldon 19a now correctly shows that it is an R5. And Virtual Grellman either has been updated or will be updated, reflecting R5. So that is my little discovery. Now, I know that if I would have just made a video about what I just did to this coin that it would have drawn a lot of controversy, skepticism, and hate. So for those of you who have stuck around to the end of this one, I just applied Renaissance wax to this coin. I don't recommend it. I don't suggest that you do it. I have applied Renaissance wax to 2 coins now, one of which, let me grab it. Office boy, here you are. One of which is my Sheldon 56. Yep, 56 is Office Boy. My Sheldon 56 Office Boy. And this one is like a nice XF in terms of sharpness, but spent a bunch of time in the ground, has some green snotty stuff on it that I'm not going to try and remove on both sides. But I put Renaissance wax on this one some time ago, and it seems plenty happy. I checked the manufacturer's recommendations as far as using Ren wax on copper, and they claim that it is safe. It's petroleum based, but it's supposedly inert, has nothing to polish whatever it's applied to. It's got no abrasive of any kind in the wax. It's not a polishing wax, and it is it's a microcrystalline. It says polish right on it, but apparently there is nothing abrasive in there. The polish you're getting is from shining up the wax itself, as I understand it. Apply sparingly with a soft cloth and buff gently. Dries hard instantly. So this is not one I'm going to put out there with the intent of showing people that I had put Ren wax on this one. But again, after talking with my mentor a bit and after confirming that Ren wax is not something that is bad necessarily, conservationists do formulate their own proprietary waxes, and obviously this is not. But if you look at the video I posted when I got this thing, if I had been rotating it like this, you would only see a nice portrait under very certain angles. And now we have a very nice portrait throughout. I mean, quite nice portrait. And all we did was try and make the sheen of the surface a bit more uniform. If we were to take off all of the green, what would be left behind would be a very rough surface. More like that, you know, but the green fills in those pits if we just preserve it in place. So I have made the decision for me that this coin, I am not going to get all of the growing green verdigris and bronze disease out, because I don't want to have something left behind that looks like that. And I honestly don't hate the color at all. And I will show you a couple of pictures of this one. And with that, we have talked a little bit about downgrading rarity designations, which I think is a good thing. It means that more of these have come out of the ground. I mean, this is one of the ones that contributed to it. It was not one that was known in the noise book, right? When we looked at this one, it wasn't in the condition census book, even though it's in the condition census range. It's because this one's come out of the ground since then and made its way back into collectors' hands, which is really cool. I hope that all of our grades, or all of our rarities, end up with some rarity downgrades, and that more of these sort of rough examples become available to collectors. You're not going to have like a condition census 1 come out of the ground, but this one being midway through the census is pretty neat, and we can hope that more metal detectorists are pulling more cool rarities out of the ground, getting them into collectors' hands. I think that's really how the reeded edge became, the 1795 reeded edge became more available to collectors, was because of finds, either low grades that hadn't been attributed or ground finds. I think that's where we're going to leave it. I know I had said 2 videos ago now that I'm going to be out of town for work and won't be having any new content available, but I did my brush washing video last night and this went on my lunch break, but I'm about to head out of town for a few days. So it will be a bit until I talk to you again, a couple of days. Thanks for checking this one out. Hit me up in the comments. Again, this was kind of intended to be just a secret for those of you who stuck around to the end of the video, because I'm not going to publicize anything about having waxed this coin as a standalone video. And I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.